Screencast 19, creating your own layout and style templates. So look here, in my previous screencast, I created a sample code report library, and I put some code there that is used by my samples library, right, where my sample reports are. So I split reports, the report models and designs from code. Now you've noticed in my demos, when I edit reports, that I'm always setting the layout template and the style template right here to these values. And these come from the shared library. All these are the templates. Now, they look a certain way. You may or may not like them. But regardless, you probably want to have your reports look a certain way, right? So you want to create your own templates. And you can, in fact, go to your own library and right-click and say Add New Item. And you can see the templates right here. And I'll just read them to you. Empty model. Here's the report and empty model file are what they are. But you can see there are six template styles: report layout, matrix style, table style, pie and donut chart, list style, and XY chart style. Let's go ahead and just create a table style template. Right, and it's just called table style template 1. Why don't I rename it, refactor rename to my table style. Okay, and the element has been renamed. Notice it was renamed here as well as here, right? So that's the file. And now if I go to my report, oops, I clicked the preview button accidentally. I'm going to close the preview and go back to my report, and I can set the style to that. It's a table style, so I'll set the data region to, there you go, my table style in the report. Let's take a look and see if there was any visual difference. Right? It's a little bit hard to see, but you should be able to at least notice that the fonts look somewhat different. I can make that more obvious by going to my table style and change, let's say we want the detail row style, and I'll change the font to be something obvious. Maybe this is for the caption, impact. And I'll change the color to, let's say, red. I'll change the field value style from Arial also to impact, just because it's very obvious. And I'll change this to something, let's try turquoise. I know, not very nice looking, but at least it's obvious. So this is called detail row style. It's the caption and value. And what that translates into is okay, see? Red and turquoise, and the font is now impact. So that's a table style template. And you can create these in your report libraries. Now, of course, I want to be able to have these templates shared across all my report libraries and all my report designs. So I usually and would recommend creating a special report library that holds just the templates. I'll do so right now. Let me close all these windows to keep everything clean. Right-click, add, new project, and just like with the sample code report library, we're going to add a dynamics reporting project, and we'll call this sample template report library. And I'm going to change the folder just to make my future demos a little bit easier for myself. Okay, so a new report library has been created. It's the sample template report library. And again, I'm going to remove that Moxel file, which is the first report. Yep, there. And let me build everything to make sure everything's okay with this project. Build started, and in a second or so we should see build succeeded. Still waiting. There, build succeeded. Now we'll add a new item. And again, we have 6 choices. I'll pick first a table style template. And I'll just call this plain, table plain. How's that? Table plain. So nothing fancy. And again, just so that it's obvious, I'm going to go to detail row style, expand it, and change the values of these 2 nodes. I'll keep it simple in this time. I'll just change the color to something we didn't use before. Maybe, here we go. Magenta. That was definitely a color we didn't use before. I'll go back down there and hey, I'll try this again, magenta. And I'll save it. Now, if I go to my samples library where the reports are, the question is, how do I refer to that? So this was the report in question, and I wanted to use, on the data region, I picked my table style before. That was in the samples library, report library. But I don't see this table plain style. How do I get it? Very simple. Let me minimize some of these nodes. And again, there are 2 references nodes. We're going to ignore the one under business logic. Instead, we're going to go to the references node under the root of the project. Right-click, add reference, and you'll see sample template report library. And we'll click add. Now it's available. Let's go back to that data region. And now, there you go, table plain. So that's where I'll keep all my shared styles. And let's verify. Let me save the report and verify that it in fact is using this new style. And preview. And you should see magenta as the colors for both the caption and the heading. Still just waiting. Occasionally you'll see these queries take longer than you're used to. I've never actually understood why that occurs. But I did reboot the machine, so it may just be a little bit cold. There we go. There we go. Now you see magenta for the caption and the detail text, the value text. So that's a very simple example, and in future screencasts I'll use the sample template report library to keep all my templates in. Okay? And one final thing I want to mention is one of the benefits of using these report library projects to store these things for both code as well as templates is that you can right click on them and save them into the AOD. I just saved the code report library and it succeeded. It says it succeeded there, the bottom left. I'll do the same thing here. Okay, and that succeeded. And just to verify, let's open up the AOT, and there's sample code, and I don't think I refreshed this last time, so let me just open it up again. Oops, clicked on the wrong button. Okay, let's try that one more time. And under report libraries, there we go. Sample template report library and sample code report library, both in the user layer. Okay, and that was my screencast this time. If you have any suggestions for future screencasts, please let me know. I really enjoy doing these.